Piastri's progress has been nothing short of remarkable. He had previously led a race, the Spa Sprint, just 2 weeks ago at Suzuka. He earned his place on the front row of a Grand Prix for the first time and secured his maiden podium finish. On this particular afternoon, he added another milestone to his growing list of achievements by claiming his first F1 pole position and subsequently winning the sprint race. The trajectory of Mark Hughes's progress is starting to appear almost preordained. I recall talking to his manager Mark Webber about him when he was still in F3. Obviously, I wasn't going to get anything other than positive vibes. However, one particular statement from Mark that stood out was, "He's a Prost, mate. He's such a thinker and so calm." At first I thought I needed to inject a bit of urgency in him, but actually no, he's got his own frequency. That's just where he is. In the aftermath of the Qatar sprint race, McLaren's Lando Norris found himself wrestling with a complex blend of disappointment and determination. While he watched his teammate, Oscar Piastri, claim his first sprint race victory, Norris couldn't help but recognise that his own mistakes had squandered a golden opportunity. In his post-Qatar sprint interview, as he watched his McLaren teammate Oscar Piastri celebrate his first Formula One race win, Lando Norris remarked about Piastri saying, "First of all, congrats to Oscar and congrats to Max. His first win earlier than mine, so a big well done to him. A tough race for me. A bad start made everything much trickier, but we fought back well. Some fun racing, good overtakes all the way until the last lap on George. So tough, but another podium for us and for our team. It's been a mega day." Over the course of the 2023 season, Norris has been a prominent figure in McLaren's resurgence, securing second place in 4 out of the last 7 Grand Prix events. However, when presented with a competitive car in Qatar, he confronted a set of challenging circumstances that proved to be a formidable test. A regrettable mistake in Saturday's sprint race, coupled with a slow start in the Grand Prix, left Norris in 3rd place, trailing behind Piastri and Red Bull's Max Verstappen. Reflecting on his performance, Norris underscored that his own errors were the source of his disappointment. This sentiment was compounded by the fact that he had exceeded track limits twice during Friday's qualifying session, resulting in a 10th place starting position for the subsequent race. "It's never the nicest feeling, but it's not what hurts me. It just hurts me that I've messed up this morning. I should be on pole, and should at least be P1 and P2 yesterday for the race tomorrow. So I guess it's just when it counts. This is a weekend when it counts, and I've just made too many mistakes. And it just annoys me to such a high level," Norris remarked. Should Oscar Piastri be promoted to first driver instead of Lando Norris? Let us know what you think. Prominent Dutch commentator Olaf Mol noted the significance of Oscar Piastri standing atop the podium just as Max Verstappen sealed his championship in what could arguably be considered the most dominant performance in Formula One history. He is the best rookie in Formula One since Verstappen. He belongs in that same category. He's fortunate to have joined McLaren after their troubles of the last few years is over. Now his talent can blossom, said by Olaf Mol. According to former Formula One driver Ralf Schumacher, Oscar Piastri, Lando Norris and McLaren should all be content with their achievements and performances. McLaren is in a very comfortable position for the future because they have 2 excellent and young drivers. Norris still seems better over long runs with his experience, so it will take some more time for Piastri. But he is someone who has the potential to compete for titles in the future. I'm very sure of that, but in the future, the Norris-Piastri duo will definitely be one of the strongest in the field. Norris is already at the highest level, while Piastri certainly needs another year or 2. As a rookie, he is already at an incredible level, and one has to assume that his teammate can also be a future world champion, Schumacher said. Andrea Stella has praised Oscar Piastri's victory in the Qatar Grand Prix sprint race as a significant milestone in McLaren's progress toward the forefront of Formula One. McLaren's result in the Qatar Grand Prix sprint race allowed them to reduce Aston Martin's lead in their bid for 4th place in the Constructors' Championship. The gap now stands at 11 points. Notably, Oscar Piastri became the first non-Mercedes or Red Bull driver to secure a sprint race victory. In light of this achievement, team principal Andrea Stella commended the Melbourne native, especially considering Piastri had also secured his maiden Grand Prix podium in the previous race in Japan. "We have positive emotions for various reasons. Certainly we need to talk about Oscar, because this victory came in a dominant way. He was P1 in the sprint shootout, and then he was very strong in the race, had strong pace and could match Verstappen's pace in the final laps. There was a racing situation with being overtaken, re-overtaking, so it was very well deserved, Stella told media. Looking at the future, how do you see the Norris-Piastri duo evolving? And could we potentially see a new Hamilton-Rosberg scenario? McLaren is undeniably a team on the upswing, boasting a driver lineup that's almost perfect. These are young, hungry drivers with their best years ahead of them, and their motivation levels are exceptionally high. Oscar Piastri's success demonstrates the value of the effort it took to acquire him last year, and both he and Lando Norris will continue to push each other to reach new heights. There's no room for complacency for either of them, which is great because McLaren can be confident that their car is being maximised to its fullest potential every race weekend. However, this dynamic could potentially become a challenge if McLaren finds itself in contention for the championship. As the stakes rise, there may naturally be more tension between two drivers who both see themselves as future world champions. Additionally, if other teams are also in the title fight, there's the added complication of having two top-notch teammates potentially taking points away from each other. Nevertheless, at this moment, McLaren probably views these potential challenges as a welcome dilemma to have, given the strong performance and upward trajectory of their driver lineup. Congrats to Max Verstappen, now a three-time Formula One champion, solidified his status by securing his 14th victory in a remarkable year. The Red Bull driver also secured his third championship. Verstappen's performance was once again impeccable, and he is on the verge of breaking the record he set last season for the most wins in a single campaign, with another 5 races left in the season. Notably, he set a new record for the most laps led in a season during this race, surpassing Sebastian Vettel's 739 laps in 2011. Do you think his dominance will continue in the upcoming season, or will there be new challenges? Let us know what you think. Don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. To stay up to date with all the latest action, remember to subscribe and activate the notification bell, ensuring you never miss a moment of the excitement. Stay tuned for further updates, analysis and coverage as we closely follow the developments in the Formula One Championship.